What's up guys, my name is Elden, welcome back to another KOH video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a discussion about the state of the game and possibly the future of the game. So, let's just jump right into it. So, the whole thing that brought upon this video was actually me randomly taking a look at the suggestion box in the KOH Discord. As I was reading it, there were people that were suggesting, hey, why don't we make the Nat 5 light dark rates even easier to obtain, or make it so they can obtain it through other means more easier for free-to-play users. There were back and forth of these users saying, hey, don't do it because it will actually diminish the value of having that light dark Nat 5, since it is already pretty forgiving for the game to enable you to obtain a light dark Nat 5 once you use 10 scrolls and you haven't pulled a single one. Now, I agree with the statement. I do not believe that they should actually effectively change the rates. As it stands, it is fairly rewarding when you do get a Nat 5 light dark at the moment, and it also enables people to work towards something. Unlike in Summoner's War, where there isn't really a pity system, it's just, oh, you played for a couple years and you still don't have one? Then, hey, sucks to suck type of thing. So I believe that the system they have in place at the moment actually makes it a pretty fair and forgiving system as is. Another thing that I wanted to bring up was one of the users was stating that they don't feel like their account has some type of uniqueness to it in the game, which I get to an extent, but at the same time it really depends on how the developers of KOH want to take this game. Because their whole statement was pretty much, so the thing that I can interpret was that they don't have much of a attachment to their account because they feel like that people will be able to get those units that they currently have in the future in a couple months anyway, and that it is quite troubling for the game or for their personal enjoyment of the game, because everyone can get said units with relative ease. There is still luck that is placed upon that, and whether or not they're able to grind the game for X amount of time and stuff like that to be able to pull those light dark Nat 5s. Now, I have actually countered this, or I think depending on how the devs want to take this game, I had made a statement that, yeah, I don't agree with making it easier to get the light dark Nat 5s. You get enough from playing the game as is, and are able to obtain the light dark 5 scrolls from performing well in the game. And you can obtain them from like TOA hard, for example. If you are able to build a team that is able to keep on climbing the ladder TOA hard, you are actually able to rewarded with a light dark Nat 5 scroll. So you are able to obtain them with relative ease, quote unquote, if you play the game enough and you are able to understand the mechanics of your characters to be able to go up the tower. Now, for the account uniqueness type of thing, I replied with, I don't know if it is a good or bad thing, to be completely honest. Because I don't know which or where the devs are going to take this game, in what direction. So what I stated and replied to is, if the devs decide to take a more orientated PvP or RTA route, like in the future real time of arena or PvP, so you interact with each other as you're playing the game, making it a more tactics-based game, then having account uniqueness could be technically a bad thing, in my opinion. Because, so this is what happened in Summoner's War. When people didn't have certain units in the game, it made it so that there was an entire, pretty much level gap between whales and people that just play the game or even grind the game in any sense. So enabling people to be able to obtain those units more readily available by just playing the game will in turn allow them to have more of an equal footing whilst trying to compete with one another. Again, there would still be luck involved in it, so it's not like 100% chance that they are going to obtain said unit. So then allowing users to have more of an equal footing will in turn make it so that this doesn't become more of a whale game, kind of like how Summoner's War is. Whereas if you spend more money and you get the best unit in the game, then you are pretty much automatically guaranteed to a certain extent to be above every single player in the game for a long time, because their rates are pretty low. This will make it so it is more competitive, allowing people to have that same equal footing, making it so it comes down to whether you know the mechanics of your unit and have you built teams around the unit or build teams that work together with those units to be able to take down other teams. It will be more of a strategy-based game. This is a tactics game, so I would be inclined to believe they are going more of that route. So it is more of a, not more of a, hey, I paid a lot of money in this game, so I'm just gonna shit on you. It's more of, hey, even though one person paid more money in this game, we are able to eventually get to a more equal footing, and then it becomes more fun because them paying that amount of money will allow them to gain the units first and be able to build teams around that unit and understand the mechanics of said unit and build teams around to counter that unit. That gives them that advantage, but eventually other people will be able to catch up to them, so they continue to actually have to think about the game because it's a tactics game. And in my opinion, this will actually make it so the game has more longevity to it, because everyone will be able to get said units to a certain extent at a certain time frame, depending on when they start the game and how long they play the game, etc., etc. This will allow people to really thrive in that competitive nature. Competitive nature usually thrives more when you have an equal footing or more of an equal footing, and then you are able to prove that you are better than someone else at an individual game, whether it be like doing spelling bees or doing League of Legends or Valorant and stuff like that. Having that equal footing and then you being your own skill cap is what makes people like those games, what makes people want to compete in those games, because they are able to compete knowing that, hey, the only thing that's really scuffing me, in a sense, is myself. And if I want to get better at it, then I am going to have to work towards it. Allowing these units or people to obtain these units with a more relative ease, or as is right now with relative ease to a certain extent, enables that competitive nature inside of people. And if you want to get ahead of it, you can get ahead of it. There is an option to get ahead of it by purchasing and becoming a whale or a dolphin or whatever you want to call it, and obtaining those units, so you can stay ahead of the curve just a little bit, edging it every so now and again once they drop those new units and you're able to form team comps around them. But hey, that's just my opinion. Again, I don't know how developers are going to progress this game in the future, because we don't have a roadmap. We don't know what their aim is at the moment, and they are talking about fucking adding a new rune, which better not be a fucking violent rune, because that, oh my god, that just destroyed Summoner's War. Like, unless they allow violent runes in only PvE content, then okay, cool. But if you're gonna allow like PvP content and stuff like that, then hey, that's a road that someone else already took, and it doesn't look good. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, what do you guys think about this whole discussion? Do you think that there should be buff rates? Do you not think there should be buff rates? Do you think that it is good as is at the moment, or are you more inclined to have that unique account that enables you to feel superior to other people because you pulled something luckily, instead of enabling people to have those units to be able to progress more forward in the game? Because again, my whole take on this is it is a tactics game, so it would make more sense to be able to allow users to obtain those units with a relative ease, quote unquote, so that in the future, if they do add RTA or more PvP oriented stuff, it will enable them to play more equal footing, and then their competitive nature will be drawn out in said game, allowing that game to have more longevity in the long run. And that's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I am currently not live on Twitch, but go follow me there anyways, so you get a notification when I'm live. Don't forget to check out the Discord. That will be linked down below. Also, don't forget to follow me on all my other social media accounts. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, my YouTube, my other YouTube, my art YouTube. Yes, I have an art to YouTube. Go follow me over there too if you're interested in learning art or just watching me draw and ramble for a while. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Peace. Bye-bye.